What is up, YouTube? Welcome back. On this very kind of weird morning, it's supposed to get into like the 70s today, but it is overcast and it's a little like rainy and it's cold right now. So but this video is going to be a little different than the typical swing that I do. First of all, though, before we get into the video, just admire this real quick. The Jeep is officially named and it came out killer. These are not my doors, so I'm not wrapping them, but I have the half doors in the garage that maybe we'll get to wrap today, I don't know. But we need to jump start the truck because, well, that's what we're gonna be taking today. I am off today. It is Wednesday. It is the day after Valentine's Day. There we go. And I've got some work to do around the house. A couple things. I bought some LED I forget what they're called, like twinkle lights kind of, and they are solar powered. So on our swing over there, my wife wants to kind of drape them around the swing, get kind of ready for spring and summer. But then we've also got this crepe myrtle that I need to trim. So the plan with this is I'm running over to my parents' house real quick, going to grab a pull saw that they have. Alright guys, so this is the crepe myrtle that is in question. I'm not really sure how it's going to turn out, but we're just going to start cutting. A lot of people on these trees, they just like flat top them straight across. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try to keep it uniform, but just trim everything back quite a bit. So put you on time lapse and see what happens. Alright guys, so the more I try to dive into this tree, this crepe myrtle here, the more it's just a mess from pretty much neglect. In the whole time that I've lived here, I have never trimmed this tree and it's really starting to show. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to grab the chainsaw. And I think I'm going to do what I told you guys I wasn't going to do. And I think I'm just going to lop it all off really low so we can start to grow some better structure, because right now it is just a mess. And so I'm going to lop it all off kind of on the low side, and we'll just go from there and we'll see what happens. But this is not really looking good, and I think it just all needs to be cut way back. So I apologize for the wind. It's pretty windy out today, although it is in the 60s, like high upper 60s. But here is what I did. I was not intending on mutilating this tree like this. This crepe myrtle, they are, if I believe so, they're very hardy trees. They can take a beating, but this was more than I wanted to take off, no doubt. But there was so much, like, it's been so long since this has been trimmed back that there was just so much dead wood like this, like all over the place. Look at it. They were at these junctions, so I don't know, I cut it pretty far back. I tried to get as much of the dead wood out of there, including like down here. There was some dead stuff right here. I tried to just cut the dead. Anyways, that's where we are at. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this all up, but my trimming the crepe myrtle kind of turned into a butchering of the crepe myrtle. My original intended idea was just to kind of thin it out and trim it, but given the situation of how bad the tree was with deadwood, seems like this was the best route to go. So I'm gonna go hook up the Jeep to the trailer and just kind of cut this up, put it all on the trailer, and clean this up. But that should be that. Also, I had an incident. I videoed it. You guys probably already saw it. But you gotta be careful, and you should not do at all what I'm doing. On a ladder like that with a chainsaw is always a risky situation, and I am used to putting myself in risky situations like that, and 9 times out of 10 I can do it and be fine. But that sort of thing is not something you want to really mess around, play around with. It could have been pretty bad if the chainsaw had slipped and come back on me or something. It is what it is. But yeah, don't do that. Just be careful out there. It is quite humorous looking back at it now, but it is what it is. But there you have it. I think that will wrap it up for the crepe myrtle side of things. Excuse the wind again, still pretty windy out here. But we've got everything cleaned up. My wife actually helped me. We loaded it all in the trailer, and that's how it turned out. So super stoked about that. We also came over here. I am gonna be blowing the leaves soon. But I'm just waiting for the ground to dry out because the machine I use is pretty heavy. We got some solar lights, little like twinkle lights things. So they have a little like little on off switch there. So you can see they're on, turn them back off. So anyways, there's that, which is pretty cool. My wife's been wanting that for a long time. So the whole idea, I've never showed the property, so it might be a good time to do that. We've got like 2 parcels of property. One is like 4 acres and one is about 1 acre, for a total I think of like almost 5 acres. So we own this whole to the road and to the road, so it's all this lot, and the house is here. The old house was built back in the 40s, so it's a pretty old house. We're slowly starting to kind of remodel inside, but we don't know how much we want to do and how long we're actually going to live here, so we're not sure about all that. But there's a telephone pole right there. That telephone pole is kind of like the property line, and it shoots over to the road over there. So there's like a little creek that runs right on the other side of these pine trees. So that is the 1 acre parcel over there, and then everything from this tree line back to, there's like a burn pile we own on the other side of that burn pile, and like 5 or 10 feet this side of this side of the house over there. So we own all this land. It's not like a ton. My parents have a lot more acreage, but for what I'm doing here, it works out pretty good. But it is a lot of upkeep. And last year, sometimes I start a project and then it just doesn't get finished. And this is one of those, a fire pit. So I actually dug down, and so then I started this walkway here last year, and I still haven't finished it up. So we're gonna be hopping on this really soon. Going to be laying pavers down in this circular area here, and then I have another box of those twinkle lights, solar power, and we'll probably make some kind of like rock round seating, and because we love fire pits in the summer and fall, springtime. So hopefully I can get this up for the spring, because it is February and it's, like I said, almost 70 degrees today, and so we love to be out here at night. Aylin likes to be out here at night, my daughter as well. And so I need to fix all this and do it over again. Make sure that plastic edging gets down there, because eventually the plan is to enclose that porch. Since we don't really use it very often, we are going to close it in and make it a sunroom. I already have the windows for it, and we need to do that this year, and then we'll kind of turn all this into a patio / gardens and grass. So we're gonna plant some sod probably that comes up to there, and then there's big slabs of stone that we are going to put down as rockways, kind of like we did over there, having the diamond pattern walkway, but instead of having gravel, we're gonna have sod grass in between them. So that will look pretty cool. But there's just so much to do on an old house like this that was built back in the 40s. It's just old. It needs a new roof, but until I figure out exactly what we're gonna be doing to this, I don't wanna replace it. I've been throwing around when we do replace it, if we wanna go with like tin style roofing, or, I don't know at this point. Yeah, there's a lot more to do. So a lot more, I should say, modifications to the house. We need new windows in the whole house. Like it's old. So we're gonna start getting worked on that also this year. I need to seal my driveway. So that is another thing that I'll probably do on YouTube as well. Whew, it's windy. Ugh. So yeah, that's kind of it. But as far as the Crepe Myrtle goes, that is done. It took long enough to finally get around to doing it. So that'll be it. Now I'm going to rewrap this light bezel because you can see we're having issues. This one's doing a lot better, but this one, nada. So we're gonna rewrap this real quick. You just take out these 4 screws and this pops off. And I'm gonna go rewrap that right now, but not in this video. So thank you guys for watching. If you like this kind of style video, be sure to leave a comment below, and you know, I'll start doing more of these style videos. So to me, this video kind of seems boring just because this is what I do every week pretty much. There's something to do around here. But if you guys find this kind of entertaining and you like this kind of content, I can up the content of this kind of yard work. But be sure to leave a comment below. If the census is, yeah, we like this kind of stuff, I can start adding more of this kind of content to the channel. So for now, that'll be it. Thanks for watching. Keep grinding. Peace.